And here we go. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is our Trader Joe's white wine show, and we're very excited about this. We've done our red wine show, so you can get a chance to take a look at that as well. But this, of course, this is right up our alley because you and I love red wine, white wines as well as red wines, but we really enjoy them.
Of all wine.
Yes, absolutely.
Just wine in general.
But what's great about Trader Joe's is that Trader Joe's has a whole different set of wines compared to some of the other stores we've been to, like Costco. And we found some gems here as well.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, you know, I think I've been going to Trader Joe's since the beginning of time, since the first Trader Joe's was ever invented, pretty much. And it's just grown and expanded, and they just get great deals on great wines. It's amazing what they can do. And this is something new that they have just brought out in the last year, I would say. And, you know, sparkling wine in a can isn't, you know, unfamiliar territory because other people have done it before. But I think it's so cool how they've done it. And they've also got a rosé. They've got a couple of other wines. But we have right here the Italian sparkling wine in a can. I think it's going to be like a Prosecco. I haven't tried it yet. I give him the glass and I'm drinking it out of the can. Oh, that's like fun. Really refreshing.
Yeah.
And totally fun to start off the show with and just kick it off with something like this. You know what I love is they call it a portable potable. How cute is that, right? And I mean, the great thing about the can is you can take it on a picnic, you can take it to your pool, you don't have to worry about glass, and you're sitting outside drinking a sparkling wine, albeit for some people a champagne, by the pool, out of a can. You know, you could add a little straw if you wanted, but we also made it on the elegant side, so if you want to go elegant with it, you just put it in a glass like that.
So at the same time, too, this is becoming a trend because we've done stories on wine in a cask, wine in a box. You know, we have the screw tops in wine, so
barrel
this actually,
to table.
So this actually, it works out better. It's going to keep it longer and keep the effervescence longer as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you crack it open. You're like ready to go. You just drink it. It's a little 8-ounce can. I don't even think it's 8 ounces, but you know, 6 ounces. But it, as is in true Trader Joe fashion, they bottled it in Italy. So it actually is sparkling wine from Italy. It doesn't say it's Prosecco, but usually sparkling wine from Italy is a Prosecco. So you know what? I actually think this is going to go great with some of our cheeses. And we've got here this goat cheese medallions in olive oil. They package this all for you, and all you have to do is dump it in a bowl and you're good to go. You just take a little cracker and people can just dip it this way and get some goat cheese, and it looks like you did a whole bunch and all you did was dump the thing in that came with it. So that's where Trader Joe's really makes things easy for you as well. So here's a little cheese party that we put together for you to go along with all your wines, since it's all from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, and we, with the rest of the wines that we'll show you, we got 3 more to talk about, but we'll pair them with the different cheeses that we have here. And you may have noticed them if you saw our red show. Some of the cheeses are the cheeses we used for that because they're so darn good. And so we figured, let's see how they stand up to the whites. And we think they will, which is why we chose them. So.
Absolutely. And we brought these other goat cheeses in just because we love goat cheeses with white wines. And I think they'll pair up really well. Now you need to trace this.
Well, since I'm so far away, you need to do this for me. So
oh, all right.
I think it
you
only
just
makes
don't
sense.
want to do it yourself.
The way our setup is here, it's difficult for me.
I give you,
oh, you
this
got
is
some
a really
oil.
Nice piece right there.
Oh my God, you should be doing this for me every time.
I'll keep this one for me. I know.
Could
Doesn't that look good?
sandwich out of it, you know?
I know. It comes with the herbs, the oil, and everything. I mean, it's really like ready to go. If you have people come over at the last minute, you could have this on hand and this on hand, and you have a champagne party ready to go for last minute guests. And they'll love it. They put it in here, they won't even know it came out of a can, even though that's the fun part about it.
You know what's great about us setting up this show? We did this whole thing. We had all the lights, camera, everything set up. We forgot to put out napkins. But that's all right. That's why we have sleeves.
That's why we need craft service.
That's true. Oh, the pepper on that is really good.
That's super delicious. And we've got some other cheeses that we're going to be trying in just a minute with some of the other wines. But this, I think, goes so well with this. Really, you put these two together, that's all you need. You're good to go.
Catch a bit of the pepper there, and it's pretty good flame on there. Very nice. Well, what else do you think we should go with this?
You know, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm actually going to try it with some of the brie with mushrooms because, you know, it's brie, it's mushroom. I think brie always goes well with sparkling wine. So I'm going to put a little more on here.
Mm-hmm. A little more on here? Is that what she was saying? She was talking about me.
A little more on here.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's so good too. That brie with mushrooms, delicious.
Okay.
It holds up.
Yeah, cool.
Because this has that fruity effervescence, and it kind of holds up well to the. Would you like me to give you some so you can try this?
Yes, I'm sitting here like a dog, just staring at you like.
This is actually a good chunk of brie. Sorry.
Okay, very good, thank you.
I love drinking it out of a can too because it's just so fun. And now try it.
Well, you're right.
It's good, right?
I don't lose the brie and I don't lose the taste of
it's a good balance.
of the sparkling wine.
Yeah, you got both. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, because this isn't. It's not sweet and fruity by any stretch. It's pretty dry, so it's a good choice.
And I could see this. You could mix that with a mimosa.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Mix some orange juice in there.
Bellini.
Yeah.
Get some like peach puree and throw it in there with this. There's so many things you can do with this. And the great thing is, if you just want to come home and have a little celebration on your own because you had a great day or you had a terrible day or you just want to toast to you, which you think you probably should do all the time, I think, grab a can of this and you know, you don't have to open a whole bottle. Grab a can of this, but you don't have to open a whole bottle of champagne unless you want to, but it comes with 4 cans, so you're pretty much good to go with that. Yep. But you've got 1 can that you can drink and have a great celebration with the sparkling wine from Italy. And I mean, pennies on the dollar, we're talking super cheap. So, you know, depending on your Trader Joe's, the price might vary by $1 or $2.
Simpler wines. Sparkling Italian wine. Get it, Trader Joe's. It's fabulous. It's a ton of fun.
You can't go wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Trader Joe's wine number 1 on our list.
All right. We're going to come back and do number 2. It's going to be a Sauvignon Blanc, and we think you're going to like this one too. And welcome back to our Trader Joe's White Wine Show, and cheers.
Cheers.
We've got another wine for you. We also have another dish as well. We'll tell you about the dish in a little bit, but let's talk about this the Sauvignon Blanc, which is, I'm going to find out in a second. You just took a taste of it, but
it's so good. I mean, it tastes like a Sauvignon Blanc should. And
it's really good.
What we love about Trader Joe's is they do a whole line of vegan, organic wines. So there's a lot of organic wines out there, but they're not necessarily vegan. But we've talked to the Trader Joe's experts and representatives, and they have assured us this Growers Reserve line of wines that they do is also vegan. So it's very important to know if you're ever looking for a vegan wine or something to serve your vegan friends, or if you're vegan yourself, the whole Growers Reserve line at Trader Joe's is vegan, as well as being completely organic. So it all comes from sustainable, organic farmers. This wine is delicious, and I can't wait to actually pair it with these Sriracha seafood pot stickers with shrimp and crab, which is in the Trader Joe's frozen food section. So again, making your life easy, Jetsetter style. You've got elegant shrimp and crab pot stickers that you can just throw in the microwave. There's other ways to cook them too, but in a pinch, throw them in the microwave for a few minutes. You've got your Sauvignon Blanc on hand. I think this is going to go great together, to be honest. I'm salivating already. Oh, the seafood is so fresh tasting in here.
And the Sriracha's in there.
Oh, that kick of Sriracha, and I think there's some carrots and red bell peppers as well. The freshness of the veggies in there too. It makes it something. And look how pretty it is. I love the color.
Would you put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes?
Yeah, microwave for 3 minutes. You can do other things with them too. It all talks about it on the package, but it goes great with this Sauvignon Blanc.
Actually, it really does.
I mean, because the Sriracha has got the heat, Sauvignon Blanc is a great wine to serve with anything that's got heat in it because it just cuts it through. And so it makes a nice complement. It goes really well with these. This Sauvignon Blanc, I think kudos to Trader Joe's. It's organic, it's vegan, it's tasty, it's delicious.
We're going to pick up a Chardonnay next, so stick around.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sauvignon Blanc. And welcome back to our Trader Joe's White Wine Show. Cheers! Thanks for sticking around with us.
Cheers!
And we've got a Chardonnay this time, and you may recognize this because this is actually a Chardonnay we had in our Thanksgiving show. And this is just another one of those great California Chardonnays that are big, not too big, and they just kind of go with everything, and they're not deadly expensive by any means.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Now, if you have a Trader Joe's near you, you can pick this up. I would say I've seen it pretty much for $6.99 most places that I've been, and that's on the West Coast primarily. So I'm not sure about the East Coast, but I would say it's right around that range. It's anywhere from $6.99 to $8.99. So that is such a killer deal on this Chardonnay because nobody will ever think that you spent that little of money on something this big and oaky, and it's from Napa and Sonoma. And so again, as we're talking about, we're doing these great white wines from Trader Joe's, and we're talking about how they've sourced them from really the right places. And Black Mountain is actually something that this partner has been with Trader Joe's for a long time, because I can remember way back when we talked about it earlier. When I was first going to Trader Joe's, they had Black Mountain wines there. And so they've had this partnership for a long time. And I don't remember them doing a lot of Chardonnays. So now, recently, they've done Chardonnays, and we picked one up, and it's phenomenal. I was apprehensive to tell you. I mean, honestly, I was like, I don't know how it's going to be. It's $6.99. And then it's phenomenal. It's like, it's got the oak, it's got the butter. It's like if you want a big Chardonnay, it still gives you the fruit, it gives you the apple, it gives you the citrus.
But this is lovely. This
All
is
right,
just
so now
an
we want to
incredible
try this with the Italian truffle cheese.
And again, this is really good. We had this in the Trader Joe Red Wine Show. So if you get a chance to see that, and this is heavenly piece of cheese too.
Now, what do you think of this wine? Be honest.
This wine? It's coming close to my top 10. And I think the reason is, and again, this is my palate. I like the oak and the butter, but I have to have the citrus back. And that's just me. So even though I had the Sauvignon Blanc before and the Italian sparkling wine before, when I had this, it's like I feel at home with this. This is just my palate here. And again, I've got a lot of friends who would drink this Chardonnay and go, nah, give me a Sauvignon Blanc or a Pinot Grigio. And I got that, or give me a red wine. I don't want to have that. I'm just at home with this. So for me, when I put together my top 10s, it's most likely they're all going to be Chardonnays. There might be a couple little reds in there or something like that. But I think this is superb, and I think it's great because we had it with Thanksgiving dinner as well, and it really stood up not only to the dark meat and the light meat, and a turkey that we really just slathered with herbs de Provence.
It was rich, a rich turkey.
It really stood up to it. So I think this is great, and with this cheese with the truffles in there,
it's actually delicious.
Oh my God!
And you know, honestly, what you said was the perfect way to describe it. It makes you feel at home. Like anybody drinking this wine, that's why it's kind of the perfect Thanksgiving wine, or holiday, or anytime get-together wine, to be honest. Talk about the perfect, big crowd get-together wine party. If you have to have a big crowd come over, this is the one. You can buy 6, 12 of them, and you are like still under $100. I mean, it's, and to be honest, this truffle cheese, it goes so well with it.
That's fabulous with it.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. Just the creaminess of the cheese goes great with the citrus back on it, so you get a little bit of that. I think we've got another cheese over here we haven't tried yet, and this is another goat cheese. And
We've got napkins now too.
We do.
Thanks
Her
to
sleeve was
a
getting very,
demanding
very
diva.
dirty, so yes.
But this is another great thing that you can pick up at Trader Joe's. Now look how gorgeous it is. And it comes like that. So all you have to do is open the package, dump it on a tray. This is goat cheese with herbs. And they already put the herbs on it for you. So you're good to go. And it's like a nice chèvre. And chèvre was what it was called before everybody knew it was called goat cheese. But chèvre or montrachet is the old term for, or the French term, if you go to France, that's how you'll order it, for goat cheese.
But if you're an American, you call it Herbie cheese. That's cheese with herbs.
Well, you can get goat cheese
Or
without
Herbert,
herbs.
if you want to be more formal.
You can get goat cheese without herbs, too. This one just happened to come ready-made with herbs. But you can get it plain with and make your own herbs. And I've done that too.
You know, it changes the wine. It changes the wine almost. It takes out some of the yolk. So it becomes, for me, it tastes a little bit like a French wine almost.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, goat cheese has been known to do that.
It's actually, yeah. It takes out some of the yolk for me.
Oh, you know what? It's the herbs. But also, the tanginess of the goat cheese cuts through, so it makes it very smooth.
Yeah.
It makes it it kind of, and to me, it enhances the butter. It takes the oak away, but it enhances the butter. So it makes it very smooth and buttery. That's a delicious combination, actually.
Yeah.
I'm glad we saved that for this. Because, yeah. Okay, so here's the next tip. Buy the herb-encrusted goat cheese and a bottle of Black Mountain. You're probably going to spend, like, let's say $12. Less than $12. If you get crackers, too, still less than $12. And Trader Joe's. Kudos to you, because you have done an amazing job with all of this, and it's just such a phenomenal place to go and get cheap stuff that's high quality, and you can serve and make your life easy.
Absolutely.
And look like a great jet setter at the same time.
Okay, we've got one more to go. One more Chardonnay. Stick around. It's a good one, too.
Oh yeah, it's a reserve.
It's a reserve, she said. And welcome back. We are here for our final white wine from Trader Joe's in this show, and we've had 3 great ones already. So this is actually kind of cool that we picked this one last. And why did we pick this one last?
Well, we picked it last because it's a Grand Reserve, and it's the heaviest of all the wines we're trying. So if you notice, we tried the wines in tasting order that you would if you went to go taste them at a winery, or if you're doing it in your own house. So you want to taste the wines from lightest to heaviest. So this is going to be the heaviest, most buttery, oaky Chardonnay we have, but also the heaviest white wine we're going to have. It's from Santa Lucia. I love Santa Lucia Chardonnay grapes. It's a personal favorite of mine. So I will say, you know, Santa Lucia and Carneros. My favorite Chardonnay grapes come from those regions.
Oh, you're right. And you know what? It just complements it. It's just a subtle...
Doesn't cut through, just complements. Like you don't lose the flavor of the wine or the whole steamed dumpling. Now, I also want to try this with... I'm going to try... Oh, you want to try it with this cheese.
Well, any excuse to go with the
British, UK, London,
which may be the
caramelized
greatest cheese.
onion. I love that cheese too. My dad, born in London, so what can I say? I'm actually going to try the Italian truffle cheese just to give it fair share and a fair shake with those, because I think both are going to be delicious. And actually, I think all of these cheeses that we have out there, including the goat cheese, is going to go great with this wine, because this wine is, that's why I served it last. is because it also kind of adapts to the subtle complexity flavors of all the other flavors that you're going to put in your mouth with it. And that's what makes it the wine that goes last.
Now this would have been a great Thanksgiving dinner wine. So how is this one different from the other Trader Joe's?
Well, this is different from, Trader Joe's has a few different lines. So it's different from the Growers Reserve in the sense that this is the Grand Reserve, which means it's a higher end wine. It's selected by the vineyard. And this is from Santa Lucia. So it's great grapes grown in Santa Lucia for Chardonnay. And personally, that's my favorite, as I mentioned before. So as you're drinking this wine, you're going to be having immensely different flavor combinations. And depending on what you have it with, it's going to adapt itself to many different flavor combinations because it is so complex of a wine. And it's also, Chardonnay grapes from Santa Lucia are just grown in the right region. So as far as terroir is concerned, that's the ultimate. That place and Carneros are, I think, great places to grow Chardonnay grapes.
All right, so give me one more that you think I should have this with.
I'm just enjoying that with the pepper. And this, that's where you really see this is Chardonnay that holds up to a lot of things. Because there was a big chunk of pepper I just got out of that, which is delicious. And the Chardonnay totally complements the pepper. And so that's kind of what I love about Santa Lucia grapes. But whoever made this Chardonnay also did an amazing winemaking job, because that is the other piece to making great wine. Great grapes, terroir, growing conditions, and then artistry of the winemaker.
Expert vintner.
All right, what do you want?
Well, now this.
You want to eat that with something else?
Well, I do, but I think I want to ask you, one of my other typical questions that I ask you is, this I don't think would go well with a steak, but I think it would go well with a lamb. Definitely a fish. I mean, a white fish and a chicken. This is like off the charts.
Absolutely. With seafood, any kind of seafood, it's phenomenal.
Absolutely off the charts. I wouldn't do it with a filet. I wouldn't do this with a ribeye. Now, a Mare Soleil I would probably do with a ribeye. I could do that with a ribeye because it would hold up to it. I don't think I would do this with this. I think, chicken, lamb. I could actually do this with a lamb, I think. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts.
I agree. I would also do it with like a tri-tip, like a marinated tri-tip, barbecued and sliced.
Okay.
I think that would be delicious with this.
Yeah.
Seafood, no-brainer for sure with this. I think all of these cheeses go really well with this. I think any kind of shellfish would go great with it. Chicken, definitely. I think it would be a great Thanksgiving wine. I think it's a little more on the higher price point, but it's obviously would be a great Thanksgiving wine if you can afford it, or if you're just having a small Thanksgiving. I would put it with a tri-tip, even like a skirt steak, something like that. To be honest, I think it would be good with a filet mignon.
Yeah.
I think I think if you had a nice filet mignon with a nice beurre blanc butter sauce, I think it would be delicious with that.
Or with a little Bernaise, maybe?
No Bernaise.
No?
Just beurre blanc.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Bernaise is okay. I mean, if you want to have this with like Eggs Benedict and a hollandaise sauce, that'd be good.
Oh, I could definitely see
I
that.
would go with that at brunch any day of the week.
All right, so there you have it, our 4 wines and probably about 5 or 6 cheeses and a great appetizer from Trader Joe's. Again, Trader Joe's, there's about 500 Trader Joe's around the country. Go to traderjoes.com, take a look. Hopefully there is one in your area. If there's not, find a friend who lives in the area and go there.
So thank you for sharing the show with us. We love it. We love you, Trader Joe's. Great job. Another beautiful wine that we've just experienced with you, as well as many appetizers and cheesers that we've had.
Make life better.
Thank you so much. Yes, make
to
life
Trader
better.
Joe's.
And thank you for watching the show. We love you guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.